Commuter Sling XL is a very large sling bag. As you guys can see, it's bigger than both the Transit Sling and the Commuter Sling. Honestly, it's probably about the size of both of those sling bags combined. So right off the bat, I'm gonna admit to you guys that when it comes to an everyday carry out around in public, this is not my go-to bag. This is a bag that I believe is perfect for somebody looking to carry a larger rifle inside of their vehicle in a way that would allow them, say in an emergency, to transport their rifle without just walking down the street with a rifle. So it does afford you the option that if you had to, you could navigate in public with it, but I feel like this is more of just an organizational bag that you would use for an emergency situation. Now, one of the cool things about this bag, because it is so much larger than the others, is you can fit much larger rifles inside of it. And I'm gonna open it up and show you what I currently have inside of this bag. So inside the main compartment here, I have my 12.5-inch Zion 15. So this is my Select Fire 12.5-inch 5.56. And obviously there's a huge benefit in having a longer rifle. You get better ballistics, you could potentially get better accuracy, a more stable platform. So there are advantages to being able to carry discreetly a gun like this. However, the sacrifice that you are making is the fact that the bag is much larger than, say, a Transit Sling or a Commuter Sling. But there are some advantages to that. And one other advantage that I wanted to show you guys was I have my 7.5-inch 300 blackout suppressed right here. So again, 7.5-inch barrel, 300 blackout with my Silencer Co. Omega. So this is by no means a short suppressor, but check this out. So in this front compartment here, I can slide a 7.5-inch 300 blackout, again, suppressed inside of this bag, ready to rip. So there is an advantage to that. And if you think that you need to carry a larger rifle, this might be a solid option for you. So let's dive over a little bit of the compartments. I want to answer these questions for you guys in this particular section of the video. And we're going to dive into the shop. I'm going to show you my personal loadout, the full loadout that I normally would carry inside of this bag. So in the front here, we've got a very large section that pulls down. There is loop in here as well as a ton of MOLLE. Again, I'll show you how I would typically use that as we dive into the shop. This second compartment in the middle that I already showed you a little bit about is where I would typically keep the rifle on tap, and this is what that would look like. So you can put a lot of other gear in here. There is loop along this panel as well. Lots of options inside of this particular compartment. And when we get to the really sweet section, the concealed carry section flips down flat, and as you can see, I actually have one of our triple mag shingles inside of this, and I also have my Masada. And the Masada here is just inside of a T-Rex arm sidecar holster. This is a holster that I don't typically carry every single day. All I did is put some hook on the back with some Velcro. This just has adhesive. I stuck it on where I thought I needed it, and that allows me to stick it onto this bag and carry a full-size pistol. So you can have magazines on tap, you can have a pistol on tap, you can have medical gear inside of this bag. It's extremely versatile. So you could also fit, say, 9mm pistol caliber carbines if you wanted to. And we have shingles that are going to allow you guys to carry magazines just like I did right here. And real quick, I just want to take 30 seconds to show you guys the different variations of shingles that we have. We have a double rifle single pistol variant of this. I usually carry that with a Glock 19 extended mag and 2 5.56 magazines. We have a triple shingle like this that has 3 magazines. These are for 300 blackout. That's why I have them marked blue. You could also use 5.45 by 39 magazines. And yes, 7.62 by 39 does also fit in here as well. It's very snug, but it does work. We also have a quad pistol mag. You can use this with 4 Glock mags, or you can use Uzi mags like I have here, Colt mags, things like that. Most 9mm or 40 caliber mags will fit inside of this. And guys, if you have it, say a triple rifle mag like this, you could use one of the pouches for medical or things like that if you don't want to use it for mags. The other benefit of this bag, along with many other Vertex bags, is the fact that there's a secret compartment here. And inside of this compartment, I actually have an armor panel that we do offer on our website. This is from Premier Armor. The part number of this particular guy is the BPP 9040. This is a very large body armor panel. And now this is not technically rifle rated, but this will stop most of your handgun threats, gives you an added level of passive protection. And again, this is in the concealed carry compartment. You would just simply slide it into this location. Then there's a Velcro lip here. You just flip everything over, stick it down, and then inside of this compartment you have some passive protection that's going to help you guys out as you're out and about. And the cool thing is, because of the design and because of how thin the Premier body armor panels are, it doesn't add a lot of bulk, and you're still able to do exactly what I had earlier, which is throw your gear, throw some spare mags, all of that stuff in there, and you ultimately are able to carry that in a bag that, while it is not the most discreet bag on the market, it is one of the only bags that I know of that is even remotely discreet and allows you to carry, say, a 12.5-inch AR-15. And as far as maximum barrel length, realistically, you're looking at a 12.5 to a 13-inch barrel, depending on your muzzle device that you have on your rifle, and that's about it for this bag. So for the reasons that I stated previously, and for all of the specs and all of the features of this bag, we decided to add it to our website so you could create an ecosystem that works really well for your needs and allows you to carry a more potent, longer barreled rifle on tap with you every single day in your vehicle. Now that we've gone over some of the hypotheticals on the range and I've shown you what you could fit inside of the Commuter Sling XL, I'm going to show you how I've been using the Commuter Sling XL for my personal loadout. Some of the stuff that I'm going to show you does mirror what I talked about on the range, but there's more in this bag as I have refined the loadout and decided exactly how I'm going to use the Commuter Sling XL. So before I even get into what's inside of the bag and all of the different features of the bag in depth, I did want to kind of explain how I use this particular bag. So this particular sling bag is in supplement to my Vertex duffel bag. And inside of my duffel bag, I keep all of my night vision gear, my bump helmet, my ready rig, battle belt, and my Photonis PD Pro binocular night vision device. So this is a supplemental bag so that I could deploy it from my vehicle, because I'm almost always traveling around with that duffel, and I can almost always have this particular sling bag with me, so I can always have a larger night vision ready rifle on tap. So without further ado, let's dive into some of the details about this bag. So one of the things you're going to notice is it's laid out similar to all of the sling bags from Vertex. This is just much bigger, so it's going to have a lot of the features and characteristics of that transit sling that we talked about in a previous video, just a lot bigger. So this front flap, again, quick pull tab so you can open it up. It does open the full way. Some neat features about all of the Vertex sling bags is the front flap is expandable, so it is able to really bump out and hold a massive load inside of the front of this bag. So I have two of our bullet baggies. Again, because I'm using this for night vision, I like to have these little baggies outfitted with batteries. That is my primary concern. So I've got batteries for my red dots and things like that in the small bullet baggie. This is our 5x5. In the 5x8 bullet baggie, I've got 18 650s. I've got CR123s. All of the heavier weight batteries that I might be using either for night vision or even when we're out here recording videos. I like to have that kind of stuff on tap. So those just fit in there loosely. They're very accessible. So then I also have a medical kit that I can pop this strap and pull out. And this medical kit is fully stocked, fully loaded with a ton of goodies. So because it's a bigger bag and because it has more real estate up here in the front pouch, I am able to fit a much larger medical kit than what I would normally fit inside of my transit sling. So that's another neat feature that you guys could use. And as you just heard right there, it does have a full section of moly webbing that does have loop on it as well. And just like the transit sling, it does have a secret pocket right here in the front. So if you want to put your passport, wallet, important documents and paperwork, this is a solid location to do that. Now, one of the features on this bag that I really like on the zipper itself are these little snaps. So these little snaps, when you fully zip up, there's a button that I won't be able to show you, but it's up underneath this flap right here. And that does allow you to secure the zipper so that if somebody is behind you when you're walking, you're not just gonna be able to open this really quick. Now, if you want immediate access to this pouch, like me, typically I will not have them snapped. But if you're in an airport, this is being used as a carry-on bag or something like that, you might wanna consider doing that so nobody can just steal your stuff from you. Just like the transit sling, it also has these different straps that hook onto these loops on the side. So let's say you wanted to carry your bump helmet with you in the woods. After I unloaded it from my duffel, I could actually throw the bump helmet in here. Because it's so expandable, I could just undo these straps, wrap it around, and instead of trying to zipper that massive bump helmet, I just hold it together with these straps. So it's just another way showing that Vertx has really done their research and created a bag that's extremely versatile. It does have some loop on the front as well if you wanted to put some patches or anything weird, you know, your little 3% patches or whatever you like to have on your bags. Anyway, onward. Inside of the main compartment, because I'm using this as a night vision bag, I do have my 12.5 inch Select Fire build. It does have a D-Ball D2, a night vision compatible passive red dot, so I can aim through the red dot as well. This setup is extremely potent, extremely capable. And because this bag is much bigger, I am able to carry something just like this 12.5 inch Select Fire build. Another neat feature about this particular bag, and I'll dive into it in a little bit, is the fact that my 7.5 inch 300 blackout does fit inside of this bag with the suppressor attached to it while it's folded. So that is another way that I can use this particular bag because I often shoot with my 300 blackout suppressed. Now, as we get into the inside here, there is a little strap here with a buckle. So you are able to, you know, if you want to put a laptop or something like that, you can clip that in there. We have a main pouch here that I keep my keys on a lanyard. So I have spare keys, spare gloves for the range. And other than that, I really just keep some Sharpies in here. I don't do much when it comes to my range bags because I have a specific range case that I take with me every single time I go shooting. But I do like to keep some of the goodies, so if I want to take a quick range day or I want to go hunting or something like that, I have most of what I need on tap. Now, because it's a larger sling bag, there are times you might want to get it off your back and carry it in your hand. And because of this built-in strap, you are able to do that, and it is freaking solid. Like, this is not going anywhere. It is tied into the body of the bag. Mint. We have that quick pull tab over here, and that allows you, as you sling the bag around your body, to just grab it and quickly open it. Now, inside of the bag, I kept a pretty simple loadout in here. I have my suppressor in a single mag shingle. It's not super secure, but it is. Once this bag is zippered, you can definitely keep it in there. It doesn't fly out and go everywhere else. I have my Masada on a holster in here, T-Rex arm sidecar holster. This is a great pistol for me to carry as a secondary. I don't typically carry the Masada as a primary, but I have been carrying it in this bag just to have on tap. So if I really need something and my Glock is not within reach, but I have this bag, I know I've got a rifle. I've got about 90 rounds of extra ammo plus 30 in the gun. And then I also have a full-size pistol with a red dot. And the can is really nice because as I shoot at night, I'm almost always shooting suppressed. Now, this isn't necessarily my quick response, day-to-day, carry with me everywhere kind of bag, but I do like to carry it with the 12.5 and the suppressor because you just never know in today's day and age when you might need to go play some dirty games at night. So I also have a triple mag shingle, and that keeps my magazines intact. And if I pull all of this stuff off of the loop panel, you're going to see over here that there's another secret compartment, and inside of this is where I'm currently keeping a Premier body armor panel. This is a 3A panel. This thing is large enough to cover a small child, and because of that, you get a little bit of ballistic protection across the entire surface of this bag, and I like that. That gives me a little bit of peace of mind, because as I'm out and about, the most prominent style of weapon that is used in crime are handguns. This will stop all of the major handguns, no problem, even things like buckshot and certain other 12 gauge ammunition, good to go. So again, it is a single sling bag. So the downside of that is it's very easy to load it up with a lot of weight, just like I did. And because of that, I don't want to be carrying this thing around a lot or for a long period of time. But it does have that waistband kind of strap, just like the transit sling. So if you need to distribute a little bit of the load, you can. If your back needs a break, you can also grab that carry handle, and you're able to carry that around very, very easily. Here's a nice little buckle that allows you to quick disconnect the sling as well. Again, Vertx is really thinking outside of the box with these sling bags. And there's also loops here to organize different cables or to have carabiners and things attached to you if you desire to have that. And one last little feature that I wanted to point out about this bag that I think would be overlooked if we didn't touch on it is the fact that Vertx now has these little clips right in here on the inside of their sling bags, and then there's a loop down here in the bottom of the bag. What that does is not allow the bag to fully open to that 180-degree flat lay. So if you want to keep things a little bit more secure, you are able to do that with this particular bag as well. And you can do it in style in a bag that really is durable. It's gonna last. Now, it's not necessarily a day-to-day carry out in public, but that's not how I'm using this. I like to use this particular bag as a night vision supplement for my larger rifle loadouts. Closing out the video on the Commuter Sling XL, I wanted to compare it to its other brothers, the Transit Sling and the Commuter Sling. And just looking at this on the ground, you can see how much bigger the Commuter Sling XL is versus the other two sling options. And you can see quickly why I said this is not necessarily the best bag for someone that's trying to be the most discreet. But what I see in this bag is the capability of having a larger rifle on tap, say in your vehicle or office or back and forth to work. You wouldn't necessarily want to be walking around every single public place with this bag, but if you had to, and you had a vehicle breakdown or you had some societal chaos or things like that, this bag will allow you to carry more gear on tap with a more potent and more accurate rifle platform than the other smaller bags will allow you to do. So if you're somebody that wants to carry a 12.5 around with you, this is really the only bag in the Vertx lineup that is going to allow you to do that. There's ample space not only for that 12.5, but you could also run something like a 7.5 inch 300 blackout like mine with the suppressor attached, depending on what suppressor you are running. So this bag just really allows you to pack it full of gear to be able to deal with anything that you might come across in your day-to-day world. So guys, if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know if you have any further questions about the bags or any of the other videos that we have on our YouTube channel. If you want all of the information on any of the backpacks that you see on our YouTube channel, there's a link down in the description. Our website is arcane.com. And if you found our videos helpful at any point, please consider hopping onto our website. Consider supporting us over there. We've got lots of different gear and equipment to help you become formidable and to become a better asset for your community. And guys, we appreciate you for tuning into this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will see you in the next video.